Okay. Well, very good morning, guys. Okay. So last day we just been talked about. Just a second. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yesterday, what we were talking, we've just been talking about the drop list controls, right? We've just been looking at the list controls, the various list controls that are available to us. Three list controls. What are three? One is drop down list. Sorry, combo box. The first one is a combo box. Second one, list box. And third one is checklist box. Okay, list box and the checklist box controls are what we discussed. And the default event of the three controls is selected index changed. And how to write the logic for the selected index change ratio on you. Is that clear? Okay, so we just been checked out the process, how to write the logic for the selected index change. Yeah, finally, remember we just stopped it here. Yeah, we just been talked about all these things. Check changed event. How to access the values from the controls. Okay. And remember, I just shown you the code for you, like in a single, so concatenating all the values and showing in a single message box. And also shown you each value has a separate message box also. Two different ways of implementing the logic is what I just demonstrated in the previous class. This is one style of implementing the logic. Finally, we stopped with the selected index changed event of the control. Have you tried that? I given you a task. I asked you to try this. What is that? Three options: country, state, and city. I asked you a question. Have you tried that? And there is no answer from you. Got it? Show me the code tomorrow. Show me the code tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want you to bring the code. Write it on a paper. You'll write on a paper, or you bring your computer. I don't know. But I just want to see the code. Is that clear? Okay. So finally, what is the default event? Selected index changed is the default event of the control. So selected next changed. So basically, this event will fire when an item is selected from the appropriate control. Fine. The next control, what we just have here is, the next control is, guys, we have a control like image control. Yeah, image, picture box control, picture box. So what is the use of the control is, the control is basically used for displaying images in your application. You need to show, say, we are developing a GUI means tomorrow there'll be a need of displaying images also on this. Okay. So if at all you wanted to display images on your application, you can just make use of this control. What is that? Picture box control. The picture box control. And the picture box control is basically designed for loading or displaying images on your application. It's used for displaying the images on your application. If at all you want to display an image on your application, we can just make use of the picture box control that is available. So how to use the picture box control? How to use the picture box control? Let me show you. See, it's a simple process. You can just add a picture box control and you can just go for binding an image. See, right now here, I'm just showing you only loading some static images. But when we go to database programming, all of you, when we go to database programming, I will show you loading up these images from a database, storing the images in the database, loading the images from the database, all these things. We'll just check it out later. But as of now, let me show you the images from my hard disk, directly loading from the hard disk, how to load the images and show. I'll just show you. Okay, watch. Right condition. If you don't select any city, it will show error. Yeah, right condition. That's what you need to do. That's your job. You will do only what I say. That's what you need to add a condition there. Someone's video is on. Divya, stop it. Yeah. just this is my form. I just wanted to place an image on this. I want to place an image on this. So you'll be finding the picture box control. I'm just adding a picture box control here. So this is a picture box control. I'm just placing a picture box control and I want to show an image in the picture box control now. I want to show one image in the picture box control. Okay, how to do that? Let me show you. Say, if at all you want to display an image here, just go to properties now. And in the properties, you'll be finding a property called as image property. You'll find a property called as image. Now, when you select the property, you'll find a button beside it. Click on that. When you click on the button, a window gets opened here. Select resource. In that, you'll be finding an option called project resource. Means in this case, it is going to be loading from the project file, or local resource. It will be loading from the hard disk. Default is select this option project resource only and click on the import button. Select some image. I am selecting some image here. Okay, this is the image. Click on the OK button. What is this project resource and what exactly happens means when you choose that option called as project resource, under your project, a folder is created with the name called resources and the image is copied for you into this location. Is that clear? So local resource means from the hard disk it will load. So what is the problem? Tomorrow from the hard disk if you load, what is the problem? You know, tomorrow if you copy your project somewhere, image won't come now. Sorry, if you copy your project somewhere, image won't come now. So right now when you copy the project, image also will come now. Why? The image is already copied into the folder. The image is already copied into the folder. So you will be getting the image also here now. Okay, fine. So just got this control here and I'm just placing an image. Just a minute. Yeah, this is the image. But still, guys, I'm not able to see the whole image. I'm not able to see the whole image. Why? Because the image size is bigger than the picture box size. The image size is bigger than the picture box size actually. Because the image size is bigger than the picture box size, I'm not able to see the whole image here. Then how can I see the whole image? If at all you want to see the whole image at a time now, actually, you go to the properties of the picture box. You'll be finding a property called as size mode. You'll find a property called as size mode. It's an enumerator property with a list of values. Default value is normal. Normal means image also will not change its size. Picture box also will not change its size. That is called as a normal. Picture box will have its own size and image will have its own size. Both will not change. But under that, you have different options like stretch image. Stretch image. What is stretch image? What is stretch image, you know? The image will adjust its size according to the size of the picture box. According to the size of the picture box. The image will adjust its size according to the size of the picture box now. Suppose, see, if I decrease the size, that will decrease the size. If I increase the size, it will increase the size. Okay, just all of you, watch it. What is the initial value? Normal. If it is normal, see, did you notice the difference? When I just decrease the size, image is not going to be decreasing, it's adjusting its size now. But when I say stretch image, see now? Did you notice the difference? Image is also adjusting its size according to the picture box size now. Okay, next. We have auto size. Auto size. What is auto size? Auto size in the sense, what is going to happen is, just watch. The picture box will adjust its size according to the size of the image. The picture box will adjust its size according to the size of the image. What I mean is, see right now here, you're loading a small image, import. Just a small image. Oh, sorry, not there. Import. The image has got decreased of now. The image will adjust its, the picture box will adjust its size according to image. Are you clear? It is bigger, picture box will become bigger. If it is smaller, picture box will become smaller. Understood? Stretch means it will be adjusting for you exactly what is the difference between the two means. There is that size mode. Say the difference between stretch in this is my image size, correct? Sorry, this is my picture box size. Image size expanded now. The image will adjust its size according to the size of the picture box now. The image will adjust its size according to the size of the picture box. What is the auto size? Auto size means it's opposite. What is that? Picture box will adjust its size according to image size. Picture box will adjust its size according to image size now. If image is smaller, picture box size will decrease. If image is bigger, picture box size will increase. But stretch is not like that. What will happen? Picture box size won't change. Image only will change its size. Image only will change the size. These two are two opposite things. They work in the opposite. Okay. Apart from that, guys, we have center image. What that center image? Center image means, understood? Picture box is not going to adjust its size. Picture box will not be changing its size. Image also will not change its size. What it will show you? Center. This is same as normal. Only difference is normal means image will come from 0, 0 coordinate. Center image means image will come in the center. In normal and center image and picture box, both will not be changing their sizes. Both will not be changing their sizes. The size won't be changing for both these two things. Is that clear, all of you? Yes or not? And right now we are just getting this image. Manually, I'm selecting the image here. Manually, I'm just selecting the image here and I'm just loading the image. Manually selected the image and loaded, right? Yes or not? Okay, manually we selected the image and loaded. I just cleared off. There is no image now. Through code also we can load this. Through code. How? Go to the load event and you can write like picture box one dot image location. There's a property called image location is equals to. You can give the path of the image now. You can give the path of the image. How to give? E drive. I have a folder called images. Under that, there's an image called as atom.jpg. And do you remember slash is giving error? I already said you that. Slash is giving an error. What to do? Either use double slash or prefix it with @ not dollar. Prefix it with @ dollar is string interpolation, not that one. So you require to prefix it with a @ sign, or otherwise use double slash. So run. That also will load you the image. Load it. Is that clear? So this is one way how you can just load your image. This is one way how you can load your image now. Okay. Okay. So next, there is another way how you can load an image. What picture box one dot image is equals to image dot from file. Both are same, only are two different ways of writing. Now you can give your code. See again, same. E drive, images, image1.jpg. Image1.jpg. Okay, this is another way I can write. Actually, image is smaller only, but I used what? Stretch. Because I used stretch, the image got stretched like this. Okay. And also, you have another way of loading it. I will show you this in the next later stages. Image dot from stream. There's an option called from stream. So by using this from stream, you can load it from a stream. I'll show you this option in the database program. I'll show you this in the database programming. So from the databases, while loading, I will use this option. But remember, we can load image like image location is equals to, or image is equals to image dot from file, or image is equals to image dot from stream. From stream I did not show you now. I'll show you this from stream later. We'll just talk about the from stream in the later classes when we just work with the database programming. Is that clear, all of you? Okay, so fine. So we learned now how to load an image. We learned now how to load an image here. Yeah, the image got loaded here successfully. Fine. Now, yeah. Actually, guys, one more important thing. Right now, this is your image. Can you see the outlines of the image? Array, can you see the outlines of the image there? Black outlines. See? But in the runtime, you won't see anything. Image loaded. Huh? Just a minute. I'll comment this code. In the runtime, you won't see any outlines also. If image is not there, you won't see the outlines also. But I want to give an impression there is an image there. I want to give an impression there is a image there. Like you have a property called a border style. Border style is none here. Default border style is none. There is an option called fixed single. When you run this, yeah, when you run this, you can just see, you'll find an outline in the runtime. You will see the outlines of the image in the runtime. Means you get an impression there is a control there. Same way we have an option called as fixed 3D. 3D normally you'll have width and height, but if you go for 3D, it will be having width, height, depth also. You'll be having the width, height, and depth also. If you see from the near, you'll be finding some grooving around, just like a photo frame, a grooving around. Okay, that's what you can use. Whatever you want, that's your choice. Whatever it is, you can just use it. Okay, so these are the two important properties of this one. One is how to bind an image. Three options. Next, border style. None is the default. Fixed single, fixed 3D. Then we have size mode, normal, stretch image, auto size, center image. Is that clear? Fine. I'll show you a small example with this. Hold on. Yeah, I just had the image here. Okay. Let the image be present here just to understand there is an image there. I'll set a background color for that. Yeah, just to give an impression. We have an image there. Okay. I just put in background color for this. Now, the next thing what we're learning now is, guys, we just have some special controls here called as dialog controls. We have some special controls here called as dialog controls. What are these dialog controls? You know them here. Every day you use these dialog controls here. What are those exactly means? Actually, these are controls like if at all you want to save a file, how do you save? How do you save a file means you'll put a blank face here. How do you save a file? When you click on the save menu, it opens a window. Yes or not? And from there, you'll be entering the path of the file and saving it now. That is called the dialog control. We call it as a save dialog control. We call that as a save dialog control. When you want to open a file, you just go for click on the open, it'll open a window. From there, you'll select a file. That is called as open dialog control. Save file dialog, open file dialog. Next, in the notepad, you have an option to choose the font. You'll be setting a font in the notepad or any other application. A window will open for you to select a font now. That is called as font dialog control. What is that? Font dialog control. That's called font dialog control. Okay. Next, you have the other thing is in the paint, guys, you can choose colors now. A color palette will open for you. In our way here also you're opening it. So that is called as a color dialog control. That is called as a color dialog control. And when you're installing a software, have you noticed that whenever you try to install any softwares on your machine, you'll be noticing it. It'll ask you the location where you wanted to display, where you want to install a software. A browse button. And in the browse button, you can choose the location where the software has to be installed. Where the software has to be installed. And we basically call that as folder browser dialog control. What is that? Folder browser dialog control. So basically, these are different types of dialog controls what we generally use in our applications. So, what is the first one? What is the first one? Open file dialog. Second one, save file dialog. Open file dialog, save file dialog. And the next one is the folder browser dialog. Okay. Color dialog, font dialog. So totally we are provided with 5 dialog controls. These are the 5 dialog controls what are provided to us. So we can use this different dialog controls. We can use this different dialog controls actually in our applications to develop our applications. In different scenarios, we just use the controls here. See, basically, if you understand, by default, all these dialog controls are available to us. We just have the dialog controls which are available. So many dialog controls are there. We also need to, when we say tomorrow you are building some application, in that application also you'll be having a need of dialog controls. If you need the dialog controls, how to work with those dialog controls in the code is what we are going to see. How many dialog controls they said you? There are 5 dialog controls that are available. So you'll find these 5 dialog controls in the dialogues tab. If you just go to the dialogues tab, in the dialogues tab, you'll be finding up the 5 dialog controls actually. Okay. So let us see the 5 dialog controls, what we have, and how to use the dialog controls in our application. So you can just go to Server Explorer, the toolbox, dialogues. You can see the 5 dialogues. I'll add a dialog now. First, color dialog. You won't see this on the form at all. You don't see this on the form. You don't see this on the form. Actually, you will not find up this control on the form. Then where you see that? You see the control in the bottom of the studio. You'll be seeing the control in the bottom of the studio. In the bottom of the studio, if you observe, you'll be finding up the control actually. Why, sir? Why is it not showing on the form? None of the dialog control is visible to you by default. None of the dialog control is visible to you by default. Yes, yeah, no dialog control is visible to you by default. Every dialog control will be shown for you only when you select some option. Color dialog is visible only when you want to change a color. Point dialog is visible only when you want to set a font. Open file dialog, save file dialog, all the controls will come for you only on a user request. Otherwise, by default, are they shown for you? So that's the reason why the dialog controls will not be shown on the UI at all. You want to see them, you need to launch them. How? Watch. I'm adding a button. I'm adding a button here. Yeah, guys, this is a button. Okay. Now, on the click of this button, I want to set the caption of the button as change color. Change color. Yeah, change color. When I click on this button, I want the color dialog to launch. When I click on this button, I want the color dialog to launch. So double click on this. Yeah, the event handler generated. Now I wanted to change the color. So how to change the color? See, you need to launch the color dialog first. How to launch? Color dialog 1 dot. There is a method called as show dialog, common for all the 5. Common for all the 5. When you say color dialog 1 dot show dialog, it will launch for you. Run. Click on the button and the color dialog should open now. Is a color dialog. You can select a color now. Are you clear? You can select a color. Some color you can just select. Suppose I am selecting a color. I am selecting some color here. And click on the OK button. And the color what I select here and click on the OK should be the background color now for my button. Should be the background color for my button. Are you getting my point or not? See, listen. Dialog controls will not perform any actions. They will show you the values. They will show you the values. You can select a value. And after selecting the value, they will return the value selected. That's all. Don't expect that the color dialog will change the color of your button. It won't change. Why? You said change color and the color dialog got launched. I selected a color and click on OK. If at all it has to change the color now, what color? Background color or foreground color? For the button or text box? Oh, if you think something in the mind, it will do. You're telling button, you're telling background color. You think something in the brain, it will understand and do that. What I'm asking and what are you telling? Again, you're telling button. I understand what I'm telling you guys. There is a change color as a caption there. I selected a color and click on OK. It won't do anything now. It won't change any color or anything. Why? How does it know, yaar? What do you want to change? You want to change the background color? You want to change the foreground color for the button, for the form, for the picture box? It doesn't know. So that's why what I'm trying to tell is that dialog controls will not do any actions at all. Dialog controls are only responsible for showing a UI so that user can select something. And when the user selects or enters something, it will return that value back to you. It will return that value back to you. Now it is your job to capture that value and write the logic. Now it is your job to capture that value and write the logic. That logic should be implemented by you only. Is the point clearer or not? That logic should be implemented by you only. So what to do? You need to capture that value. How to capture? To capture that value, every control, we know that every control gives you a property to capture the value. So here also, we have a property. What is the property? For a color dialog control, the property name is color. This will return you the color chosen by the user. It will return you the color chosen by the user. See now what I'm writing? Button one dot back color is equals to. Are you clear? Earlier, we used to set the background color like this with a static color, system dot drawing dot color dot. Remember in the starting class they showed you? But now we are doing it dynamically. Button one dot back color is equals to color dialog one dot color. Means the user selected color will be set as a background color of your button now. Run and watch. Any color of your choice that is set as a background color. Is that clear? So what I'm trying to tell you is dialog controls won't perform actions. They will provide a UI so user can select or enter value, and finally they will return the value back. And it is your job to capture that value and implement the logic. Okay? So fine. Now a small problem here. See, I clicked on change color. And I clicked on OK. Color got changed off. Why? Default color, guys. The default color is black color. It got changed. Understood the point or not? The default color is black color. It got changed. Now the user gets confusion. I did not select anything. Why it got changed? Yes or not? The user did not select anything that got changed. Why? Because the default color is black. So to resolve this problem, what you do, color dialog one dot color is equals to button one dot back color. What are you doing? I'm setting the default color for the color dialog now. What is the default color for the color dialog? What is the background color of my button? That is only the default color of the color dialog also. So what is the advantage? Advantage is, look. You click on this. You did not change anything at all. Click OK. Nothing happened. Actually, something happened. We said the same color is set back again. Did you understand? If you don't set it like this, the default color will come off. Understood my point or not? So that is a serious problem what you will be having. Okay. Another problem is here. What is that? Click on the change color, select some color, click on cancel. Cancel should change the color or should not change the color? Cancel should not change the appropriate color. So when I select a color and click on the cancel, you see now it is not just going to change the color basically. The color won't be set up now. Are you clear? When is the color changed? Only when you click on the OK button, it is just going to change the color. It is going to change the color. But suppose tomorrow you don't set this. You did not set this. You did not set the background color. When you did not set the background color with the appropriate thing now, when you click on this, choose some color and click on cancel. See, it is just going to change of the color now. Yes or not? The default color. So problem is, not like any error, but the problem is like, cancel should not perform this any action at all. The action should be performed only when I click on OK. So to resolve that particular problem, The show dialog returns you a result. What result? Remember, we learned about this 2 days back. With a message box I shown you, remember? Dialog result. The dialog result will tell you what button is clicked now. OK button, cancel button. You can write your logic. If dr is equals to dialog result dot OK. Did you understand the code? Array, this logic executes only when the user clicks on OK button. Cancel button will not do. See, suppose I run this code. Tell me that is a safe side code. Always. Means don't do any actions when I click on cancel. See, cancel is not doing anything at all. Are you clear? Even a color is selected here also, cancel will not do anything basically. So that is writing the code safe side. Anyhow, we are setting the default color, problem won't come, but still, this is the correct way of writing the logic. Okay now? Same way, let's also go for using a font dialog now. One more button I'm adding. We'll set the caption as change font. Change font. Changing the font. Now for this, I'll add a new dialog, that is font dialog. Same story. When I click on this, the font dialog should open. The font what I selected should be the font of the button now. Okay. So go there. Same code, guys. But only thing is, change it according to the button names and dialog names and all the things. Okay. First, watch. Dialog result dr is equals to font dialog one dot show dialog. This will launch you the dialog control first. Font dialog. Is that clear? And what are the default fonts? See, SOGUI regular 9. Right now, I did not implement in the logic. Suppose if I implement in the logic, when I click on the OK, that color will be, that font will be set up here. That font will be set up here. How to write? Just without any conditions, I'm writing first. Button 2 dot font is equals to font dialog 1 dot font selected. The font that is selected. See now, if I choose any font, fine guys. If I choose any font here, fine. That is coming. But tomorrow, if I don't choose a font also, that value will come off if I don't write the condition there. See, I click cancel. Did you notice it? To fix this problem, what I said? If dr is equals to dialog result dot OK, it is OK, then only execute this code. Cancel will not happen now. See, click on cancel, nothing happened. One problem solved. Second problem, I click on OK. I did not select anything. Default font will come up here. Alright, to overcome this, what you'll do? Font dialog 1 dot font is equals to the font of the button, set it as a font of the font dialog also. Do you remember earlier what is the default font? Check it out now. What is the default font? Now check. Now also same only. But did you notice it? I changed the size of my button now. The same thing will be applying for you here also. If I change there, here also it will change now. Is that clear? So now, when I did not select anything and click on OK, the same font will be coming back again. Understood why I'm setting the default values? If I don't set default values, this is a problem. Without selecting anything, when the user clicks on OK, existing default value will come up here. Okay, to resolve it. So understood the two dialogues? What are the two? Color dialog to select a color, font dialog to choose a font. Same way, I wanted to demonstrate you about two more. Okay. I added two more buttons there. One is load image, save image. What do you want to do? Here the picture box now. When I click on the load image, it has to open me a window so that I can select an image. The image what I select should come in the picture box now. Is that clear? And for that, you need the control called open file dialog. The open file dialog. Watch all of you. All dialogues are coming and sitting in the bottom only. And to save it, what I want? Save file dialog. See, 4 dialogues I have. So first let us see working with open file dialog. Come on. On the click of it, the open file dialog should launch. Same again, guys. Dialog result dr is equals to open file dialog 1 dot show dialog. Okay, check. The dialog box opens to you. Yeah, watch. You can select a file now. So I have some images present on my A drive. Images folder. Yeah, here there are some images here. I want to select some image. I want to select some image from this. Chrysanthemum.jpg. This is the image what I want to select. When I click on open, that file should come here. Not coming. Array, that only said you. That won't do anything. You should write logic for that. First thing is, you need to identify the file selected now. How can I? There is a property called file name that returns you the path of the file that is selected. Watch it. Message box.show. Open file dialog 1 dot. What is the property? File name. That returns you the path of the image. Is that clear? That returning the path of your particular image. E drive images atom.jpg is the path of the image that has been provided there. Okay, that returns you the path of the appropriate image. Okay, the path of the image is coming for you there. Fine. Now, that image should be shown in the picture box. Okay, we can show how. Just now I explained you how to load an image in the picture box. Picture box 1 dot image is equals to, sorry, not image is equals to, image location is equals to. Yeah, can I write this? Earlier we written a static path. Now I'm picking the path from there. Okay, but here also be careful. If tr is equals to dialog result dot okay, then only we should. Otherwise, to be clear, just a minute. String file path equals to. Okay now? First I'm capturing the file path now. Now I'm assigning the file path to the picture box. Now the picture box has to show the image for us. See. Image loaded. Whatever image you load, select, that image gets loaded there. And I use the stretch now. So that's why it is filling the full size of your screen. Is that clear? Okay, so done. I'm just able to load the appropriate image. Now all of you see, when you click on the load image, you see now, just a second. Open freshly. By default, this text box you see here, this text box, if you see, it is showing the dialog control name. It is showing you the dialog control name there. Are you clear? Okay, I don't want that. It should not show like this. It should be empty. It should be empty. What to do? Setting a default value, guys. Open file dialog 1 dot file name is equals to. The default file name is control name only. The default file name is control name. That's it is showing you open file dialog 1. but I'm setting it as empty string. See now? Okay. And one more thing, you notice that when you just try to click an open file in Notepad, the same window will open. When you select a folder, it will be showing you only, image file, it will be showing you only TXT files in the folder. Array, the folder may contain hundreds of files. But have you noticed in a Notepad, if you try, it will show only TXT files. In a Word, if you try, it will show only .doc and .docx files. Yes or not? Okay, but here it is showing all files. It is showing of all files. So tomorrow I will select a RTF file. Will it open? Will the RTF file open? No, it won't open. Why? RTF file, how will it open here? It won't open, see? But why are you showing me? I don't want to show. That's you notice anytime in Notepad and Word and anything, you'll find another text box called a filter text box. It's called as a filter text box. Actually, there is a filter here, yeah. Because there is a filter, it is filtering and showing you .txt files. Suppose if you go to desktop now, desktop has so many files on this, but they're showing you only .txt. See, I'll change the filter as all files. Now see. Are you clear? And we don't have that filter in our dialog now. We don't have that filter in our dialog. You can get it. How? Before calling the dialog, open file dialog one.filter is equals to, and you can set a filter. Now for this filter, right now in the Notepad, you saw two options there. What are that? One is text files .txt, all files star.star. First you find text documents star.txt. Second one, all files star. Have you noticed it in MS Word? In MS Word, you'll be finding so many options there. .pdf, .rtf, lot of options you have. You can add any number of options you want there. How to add? Watch. This is how you should add. In double quotes. First, I want image files. I want what? Image files. Or otherwise, I want JPEG images. I want to set it as JPEG images. Okay, na? So JPG images. So that is the description. That is the description. And here use a pipe symbol and say the filter, actual filter value, star.jpg. Pipe symbol, star.jpg. Okay, so run this and see now. Filter text box came, see? You watch it now? Filter is working. Are you clearer or not? The filter is working. Like this, you can just add multiple filters here there. Suppose I wanted to filter icon images also. Icon images. See again, pipe symbol. Again a separator, pipe symbol. Icon images. What is the extension for icons? Star.ico. Okay, still. Bitmap images. Extension star.bmp. Star.bmp. Okay, again, a pipe symbol. All files. What is the filter, guys? Star.star. Star.star. Like this, we can just put all the separators now and use it. Now you see, you'll find 4 filters in that now. You can filter based on anything now. I want to filter .ico. I want to filter .bmp. No BMP images. I'll say all. Now you see, A to Z, everything is coming up now. Along with the RTF files. Is that clear? Yes or not? Okay. So right now, default, I want whatever you want default, that should be the first element. The first element will be the default always. So star.jpg, so I'm able to see the JPG images. When I select a file and click on open, and that file gets loaded for you in this place. So are you clear with open file dialog? Understood? That is open file dialog. Okay, now the file opened. I want to save it. What do you want to save? I want to save that image. You want to save the image? Yes. I want to click on the save button. I will select some location and save the file. I'll select some location and save the file. Okay. So for that, what we require? Save dialog now. Again, same story. Dialog result dr is equals to save file dialog one dot show dialog. If dr equals to dialog result dot, if it is an OK, string file path is equals to save file dialog one dot, same property again. What is that? File name. For example, I'm showing you message box dot show file path. See, first I clicked on load image. I selected one image. I want to save this on my desktop now. I clicked on save image. Now I'm choosing the location as a desktop. And now, yeah, I want to save this image with the name called 1.jpg. 1.jpg. And when I click on the save, what it returns you, the path of the file, it is not going to save, guys. Don't expect it saved you. Don't save. You only should write the code for saving. It will return you the path. The user selected so and so location and is the name what the user given. So save it on that location. It is telling us now. I said you, none of the dialog controls will do actions to you. They will only provide you interface to enter or select. Once the OK button is clicked, they will return the results back to you. That's it. Okay. So don't think it is saved out the file. It did not. Go and check it out on the desktop. You won't find that file at all. You won't find that file at all. 1.jpg is not on the desktop now. Okay. So how to save it? Write the logic. How to watch. Guys, actually, picture box control directly provides you a method called image.save. The name itself is clear. Image.save. Where to save? File path. Where to save? File path. Run. First load. Next to save. I'll go to desktop. And I want to save it on the desktop. I'll save it, guys. But before that, watch it. Have you anytime seen save in your notepad? It'll show you save as type. It'll also show you the default file name. What it'll show you file name? Star.txt. Simply it'll show you star.txt it'll show you. And in the save as type, it'll show you filter options also. Check it out. What is this? This is filter again. Alright, these are nothing but a filter. But default, it'll show you start.txt like this. Any application, check it out here, you'll find it. So I too want it. How to get? Default value, guys. Default value. How to set the default value? Save file dialog one dot. File name is equals to star dot. Why txt add JPG? Okay, now it is an image. It's a JPG. Next. The second Dropbox should get the values now. That is nothing but filter again. That is nothing but the filter again. Same only. Copy this value. Paste here. And change it. What? Save file dialog one dot. Watch it all of you. Load. Select an image. save. Now let me go to the desktop. Let me go to the desktop. Yeah, observe guys, all of you. Did you understand? What is the need of setting the save as type, you know? What is the need of setting the save as type is? Listen, I'll show you practically. Nothing issue if you don't set the save as type, but that is nothing but a filter. Let me comment the filter line. Let me copy the filter line, comment it. First select one image. Now click on the save. I'll go to desktop. And now here I'm going to save the image. I'm giving a file name for that. I'm giving a file name. What is the name? 1. I'm giving only the name as 1. Okay. And click on the save. Is that saved? Yes, saved on the desktop. It is saved for you on the desktop. It is saved on the desktop. Just a minute. I think in Windows 11, it will take the extension automatically. Actually, when you use this is the problem. If you don't set the default file name and save as type, this is the problem. I given the name as test. I given the name as test. So what happened when I give the name as test, you know, it saved it without extension. Array, it saved it without extension. There is no extension for that. So that's why when I double click on this, it will tell you how to open the file. Because there is no extension for this now. But when I double click on this, it opens. Array, for this reason only, we better set what? When you set the filter, what is the advantage, you know? Run again. Save. Because you have a filter, I'm just naming it as a demo. Automatically, this is taken as an extension now. When I click on the save, check. Understood? So for that only, we just set the filter values and all the things. Okay. By default, without the text box looking empty, also say star.jpg. We also setting that one. Understood me? So this is to open and this is to save. This is to save. So I shown you working with 4 dialog controls to you now. What are the 4? What are the 4? Color dialog, folder browser dialog, color dialog, font dialog, open and save. I did not show you folder browser dialog. I did not show you only the folder browser dialog. If I ignore that, I shown you all the remaining dialog controls to you. Color dialog, font dialog, open file dialog, and save file dialog. All these 4 dialog controls we just saw in this case. Okay. So about the dialog controls here, 4 dialog controls what we have. 5 dialog controls what we have. And every dialog control will give you a property for accessing its value. And you will see what are the properties that are available. For a color dialog, the property is color. For a folder browser dialog, the property is selected path. We did not use it still. I'll show you. Font dialog, font. For open and save file dialog, file name. Array, we used these properties to access the values now. What we did not use is, I'll show you. I'll demonstrate an example on that also. And this is the current code, what I'd shown you. Is that clear, all of you? Okay. So fine. These are the various dialog controls what I just shown you right now. Okay, how many? Like five. We did not discuss about the fifth dialog control. Yeah, I'll explain you about that. Meanwhile, I'll just show you about the dialog control, the fifth one also. But meanwhile, just have a look on this. I'm adding a new form here. I'm adding a new form here. Now on this form, I have a requirement here. What is the requirement? I want to place a button. I want to place a button. And the button should be present in the bottom of the form. The button should be present in the bottom of the form. So what I'll do, I'll take a button. Yeah, this is your button. This button, I will place it at the bottom of the form. This is actual requirement. The button should be in the bottom of the form. So I just added the button at the bottom. Now run the form and you see the button in the bottom. But unfortunately, what is the problem? I was able to design it, but tomorrow, can I increase and decrease the size of the form or not? In the runtime, can I increase and decrease the size? Why? You can have a maximize button. See now. Is the button in the bottom? I want this always to be in the bottom of the screen only. For example, status bar. Status bar should always be in the bottom irrespective of the size of the form now. Menu bar should always be in the top. Okay, sometimes you want something in the left, you want something in the right. So like this, you just want to place your controls in appropriate positions. If that is the case, guys, all these controls except the form, all these controls except the form has a property called as dock. What is that? Dock is a property. The dock property basically, it's a property that is present for you under all these controls. By using the dock, we can place your control in the appropriate location, either in the left or right or top or the bottom, irrespective of the size of the screen. Irrespective of the size of the screen. Okay, so how to use that? Just watch. I'm just bringing this button normally. Yeah, it's a normal size, but I want this to be in the bottom. Go to properties. You'll find a property called dock. Default dock is none, dock none. And now, if I click on this, what is the meaning, Dock top, dock left, dock right, dock bottom. I clicked on dock bottom. Okay, that's on the bottom of the screen now. You run and watch the difference. Shall I expand the font size? Are you clear? So that's what docking is all about. So I'm adding one more button. For multiple controls, you cannot use the same dock. If you use the same dock for multiple controls, they'll be added like this. Both of them are dock bottom only now. So first one, button one occupied. So on the top of it, button two sets. Don't think like both these two things will come side by side. You won't get it. Are you clear? But see, for this, I'm setting the dock as top. I'm adding one more button here. Add one more button. And I'm setting for this dock as left. Same way. Dock right. Okay. I added another button on the center, guys. This is my another button. This is other button. For this particular button, I'm choosing the 6th dock value. Actually, none, left, right, top, bottom. And the 6th value is fill. What is fill? Is a center option, fill. If you use this fill, what it happens, it will consume all the space available. All the space available means it will dock all the 4 borders. All the 4 are docked now. See here, if I remove this button to automatically occupy the space there now. Are you clear? In a notepad on the form, text box uses dock fill. That is why in the notepad, the text box looks full size now. According to the size of your screen, the text box also will increase or not. That is dock fill exactly. So when you expand the notepad size, automatically the text box size also will be expanding for you accordingly. Did you understand about docking? I'll tell you, where do we use? I'll show you example on that. I'll show you, but just demonstrated about the dock property. Okay, what is the default dock value? Every control has a different default dock value, guys. I'm not telling you what is the default dock value, because if you take menu bar, default dock is top. If you take a status bar, the default dock is bottom. Are you clear? So that's why I'm not telling you what is the default. Every control has a different dock value available for this. That depends from, that differs from control to control. Understood now? Okay. So how to use the dock? I'll tell you. We'll talk in the next session about how you are using the dock in the real time to design the applications. Okay. Let's stop.